How am I supposed to wear these old clothes when you made me brand new? They didn't fit anymore. Yeah.
So how did you flip your car? How did you get knocked out?
Yeah. So I was in Monterey. Okay, but let's just take a step back. I started doing this ministry called Catch the Wave.
Okay.
Which is this like marriage of prayer and evangelism, and it's outside.
And surfing?
Oh, of course, it's surfing. It's Catch the Wave.
Of course.
And so we do these worship times out in the ocean or out in the water, like on the lake.
Okay.
We do these worship times. We call it WOW, worship on water. But then we do beach cleanups, which is like this whole thing of social justice and how that's a like rebranding prayer that this is prayer. That it isn't just in a prayer room, but it's actually outdoors, and it's actually, I think for our generation we're actually doing something, and how that's intercession as well.
Wow.
And then just knowing what the issues is going on with plastic in the ocean and the whole deal. But anyways, ever since I've started that the beginning of 2018 was my first. I did the first one in January. Every meeting I've done in California, witches have come and cursed me. Like every meeting.
Must be up to
I
something.
think I did like 14 meetings in California, and all 14 meetings, like covens would show up, like covens.
That's actually kind of encouraging.
It's encouraging, except for like, it was pretty gnarly. Like I'm kind of like, okay, how do I get another level of intercessors to be,
covering you guys,
covering us? Because, so I mean, like I had one coven come and said, hey, a priest came in 2015 and told us to start cursing you. So we've been cursing you every day since. And
wow.
And so they're like, hey, we cursed that you'd have a miscarriage June 1st, 2017. And I went back on social media, and we had a miscarriage June 1st, 2017. And I went through social media where Julia did say in August or September, I'm really like processing this miscarriage, but she never gave a date. There's never a moment we gave a date about June 1st on social media. So the way that these guys knew that, I was like, what? Like that's... seems a little gnarly.
Stuff.
Yeah, they knew my address. They knew some stuff. I'm like, well, you could probably look that up. Like, that's easy to look up. So, but the knowing when we had the miscarriage, and they were cursing us to have that miscarriage, it was just like, okay, that's gnarly. And then a week before my accident, some guy calls me in Colorado and says, hey, I had this like crazy encounter where I saw this angel and he looked exhausted, and I asked him, why are you so tired? And he was like, I'm exhausted because I've been trying to protect Chad Dedmon. A principality is trying to kill him. And he tells me this. He's in Colorado, tells me this, and a week later I'm in this car accident. And my uncle, who was radically saved, my mom's brother, who got radically saved in the early 70s in the whole charismatic renewal, and then led my whole family to the Lord, and discipled my dad and introduced him to my mom. And so he was killed in a car accident. By the way, his name is Chad, and I'm Chad. So there's just like a number. So anyways, all I have to say is I had a longboard in my car. I had 2 surfboards, 2 shortboards, and a longboard, so I had 3 surfboards. And I had a lot of things in my car that became dangerous objects when you flip your vehicle.
Like take your head off type stuff.
Well, like I had my phone attached to my charger and my 4Runner. The cord, charger cord, was severed in 3 places. I mean, like my backpack was just, the backpack that was sitting in the passenger seat next to me, we found it like 70 yards down the road, and it was just obliterated, like holes everywhere, all stuff. So when I started flipping, felt the hand of God basically protecting me, and then I get knocked out, and I see one of the 3 healing angels that I see all the time in like ministry.
Okay.
Saw him off in the distance. He walks over to me, and when he gets to like where you are, he smiles from like ear to ear, and then I come to, and I'm sitting in the driver's seat.
Oh my goodness!
And I'm like, okay, like what just happened? And I realized my left shoe's missing. But I'm like, so what happened was I drove, ministered in Monterey, small little church, was meeting Will Hart at 9 a.m. here in Redding. And so I'm like, well, I got to get up at 3 a.m. That's the only thing I got to do. I got to get up at 3 a.m., beat the traffic in the Bay, but also it's a 5-hour drive. So I knew that I had an hour window. If I don't hit any traffic, I can maybe, if I'm really tired, I can fall asleep in Vacaville. Like, I have a Forerunner. I can sleep in the back of my Forerunner.
Yeah.
So anyways, I fall asleep in Vacaville. Like, I'm exhausted. So I laid in the back, set my alarm for 30 minutes, started driving, and I got to like Willows, whatever the more northern one of Willows and Williams. And I was like, oh, I've got like maybe 15 minutes, but I am like nodding off, and I'm like, I just gotta close my eyes. So I pull over in like Willows or Williams. Yeah. And I like close my eyes, set my alarm, and I'm like, I didn't fall asleep, but I got to close my eyes. And I got back into my front seat, and I forgot to put my seatbelt on.
Oh no.
And 10 minutes later, I fell asleep at the wheel. No. Cruise control, 74 miles an hour. Oh, I wake up, and I'm like doing this, and I wake up, I come to, and I'm going right towards a billboard sign. And like, so if I didn't wake up and I would have hit that head on without a car, without a seatbelt,
like
I would have went through the windshield,
man.
I would have died. I would have hit the steering wheel.
Right.
And so I swerve out of the way, and I'm like fishtailing, hitting the brakes. So now I'm slowing down, but it's like, 74 miles an hour.
Are you in the grass at this point, or
it's
are
like
you?
gravel. It's the side of the five.
So you're all over.
Fishtailing all over, trying to regain control of the car. Well, I swerved aggressively to avoid dying and like going into.
So Yeah.
So I had to swerve it really hard.
Oh, totally.
And so anyways, I try to get back on the asphalt, but once I get on the asphalt, I was like probably a little sideways, and once the tires, they'd stuck to the asphalt, and I started flipping. But I come to, and I get out of my car, and these highway patrolmen who were off duty come running over, and they said, hey, we watched the whole thing happen. You look like a sock in the dryer. We saw you ping pong balling around your whole Forerunner.
They saw it.
And then we watched you go through the sunroof and skid across the highway, and then we go back into the Forerunner. I came to in the driver's seat. I have scars, so like, and I went to go talk to him, and I couldn't talk to him. There was stuff in my mouth, I thought it was my teeth, that I was like, I had cuts in my mouth, all this stuff. I spit out 3 rocks the sizes of $50 that were in my mouth from me skidding across the highway, like with my mouth open. Oh yeah, like they found my shoe 70 yards down the road, like my shoe that I was wearing. So I have scars on the left side, like I bounced onto the highway and then came back. So.
That's the most gnarly thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
I should have died.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
All the doctors.
And you felt.
All the doctors said once a year somebody walks away from something like this.
Once a year.
Once a year. It was pretty.
And you felt you're like it was a cocoon in it. Well, you're getting laundried around.
Yeah, and actually probably helped that I was unconscious because my body was just limp. So therefore, I'm not able. You have way less whiplash, way less trauma because your body.
Oh my gosh!
It's gone.
Wow.
So.
Well, you're alive.
That's why I've kind of like, I'm going to take a season of rest. Plus, I was like, okay, no, it's clear that this is a demonic. Yeah. That's one of the factors here.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Wow. Yeah. It's like a whole sobering, when you feel like, when someone says, oh yeah, you had a miscarriage, and you're like, that's extremely sobering.
Yeah.
That you do that. And then that happens, you're like, okay,
this is real.
Evaluate the situation.
Yeah. This is real.
But it is encouraging. Like I know what I'm doing is totally
like it's terrible. Like it's terrible, but the devil's freaked out.